You know, with Fatal Fury getting a lot of cool content like Nightmare Geese, Preacher, and Rock getting a Jury and Luke costume, an EOST special where we literally fight an evil version of Terry, which I'm hoping one day that's a DLC character at some point. I decided to kind of just cover another New York All Stages type video, but this time coming from the Capcom vs SNK series. So hey, let's dive into it.
Round 1, fight.
For our very first stage, we now return to good old Metro City. And the reason that I say it is because the name of the music it's playing, or the track name, is known as Needle, but it also comes with a subtext known as Final Fight. What's also interesting about this stage is that you're taking the fight outside of what I'm assuming is a restaurant, considering that there's a bunch of trash cans and dumpsters lying around, and also to the left and right side of the corners you get of the stage, that is, you get to see shadows of the characters also being animated as you try to do special moves, jumps, or even just straight up idle stances all around. I think this is a pretty cool detail. On the right side of the corner, you see what apparently tries to make out West Side, and a couple of flyers that tries to point out a number, but I can't really quite make out what it actually says. And there's also a sign that you also can't be able to tell what it says either. But, you know, even from jumping, you can only see the words that says, I think it says street, neat stuff. I can't really tell you. I tried. I've been trying to look around to see what that actually says. In the middle of the stage, you get to see the Empire State Building that's way in the back over there. And as I mentioned, trash cans and dumpsters. And on the left side, you get to see the character's shadows. But here, you could barely make it out unless you're really looking into it all the way in the background. Also worth noting out is that if you have the console version for CVS1, here you get to hear the main track known as Needle, but in the Nostalgia remix, you get to hear the very first stage of the Final Fight arcade beat 'em up. So here is a comparison of the two stages' music.
Next location is New York. Live and let die. Fight!
In CVS2, it literally just tells you that the next stage that you'll be heading to is New York. With a animatronic American dude literally drinking what is known, I'm assuming, for something that is called Johnny Beer 7. It's an animatronic. You get to see the number 7 in the back of the animatronic itself. The neon lighting, a helicopter that literally comes around, like circling around the entire fight that's happening. I'm assuming that's probably just a newscast or some kind of like broadcast that's trying to record the fight as it's going on. And it's taking place during a sunset. But you want to know what's crazy? Even though that CVS2 has been out for quite a while, last year when Capcom Fighting Collection released, they decided to do a remix of this stage. And you want to hear the difference? Here is the original and the remix that came out literally last year in 2025.
You can feel the calm before the storm after the round begins.
I am straight convinced that for New York FGC, this is now the new national anthem because this track is actually pretty good. Yes, I know, we're basically gonna have to cover this because technically it's part of Capcom Fighting Collection 2, and unless I'm being gaslit to being tricked into being lied to, technically this game was supposed to be CVS3, but it never went through. So, obviously from what you can tell, you could see a background picture or background art of Sodom. You see Birdie next to two people, not really sure what that's going on. You see Sean in the back basically just going, yeah, let's go! Apparently an alpha version of Ken and Charlie just waiting for their burgers in this vendor. You see T-Hawk and Cody literally just behind the vendor, and you basically see a graffiti art of Balrog. This stage is, it's something. And apparently it takes place in Spring Street, as you can see it up above the health bar, if you could even see it at all. And on the left side of the stage, you see DJ, Cammy, and Hugo, as well as an MTA bus that's a little too short than it actually is supposed to be. In fact, you could even see the M2, M3, and M5, which are also known as Manhattan bus lines. But I'm going to be perfectly honest, they really put no effort other than just putting PNGs and little animation. I think the only noteworthy thing is the actual MTA bus sign. But even then, it's like it's going close to the ground. It's like way too short. But anyway, Ingrid Mains, when she comes out... This will be a real matchup in Street Fighter 6 soon. And that's all of the New York-based stages in the Capcom vs SNK series. And yes, I had to include Capcom Fighting Evolution due to the known fact that it was supposed to be CVS Street, but who knows if that was even real or not. I just wanted to include it anyway since it was in the Capcom Fighting Collection too, and just thought it would be a good idea to put it in there. Anyway, thanks for sticking around and watching this video. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Alright, I'm out of here. Peace!